We are so excited to be doing this live with you guys. You guys are going to get new ideas that you can start using for your Instagram business account, which, as you guys know, is a great platform for you guys to nurture and create those relationships. So this month is all about creating nobody saw you, nobody. Creating content for your business. And that's why I'm here to share post ideas with you all, because that's all part of the process. So like I've been mentioning, it's not only about being present and showing up, but actually delivering value. So in these 5 posts, we're going to change up the strategy. We're going to do a little bit of value, a little bit of who you are, exactly who your product is for, everything that I always teach you. The 3-in-1 strategy. Who is using the 3-in-1 strategy? Oh, that's so cool that you guys know each other. I love it. A little networking going on in the chat. Love it, love it. Gabe, let's make a drum roll for Gabe. Drum roll. Send in those drum roll emojis. Ding, 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 ding. Drum roll. I think we have to... What an entrance. What an entrance. I think we have to make a collage of all your entrances.
Hello guys, how are you today? So happy to see you. Welcome back to another episode, and today we're talking about Instagram secrets and 5 content ideas. And as you know, this is one of the most known problems among people trying to create content. They run out of ideas and they just forget about all of the things regarding, you know, all of the... Oh,
we have a call coming in. We're back. We're back. Don't go anywhere. I was getting in a call. Excuse the call.
All right. So this is one of the well-known problems among content creators, people creating content for their businesses, personal brands. They forget that content is all around them. It's something that you need to be always keep your eyes open and trying to find ideas from your day-to-day lives. And that's one of the things that we teach to our coaches, etc. We try to make it easier for them to create content because we know that we run businesses, we have day-to-day problems, etc. So we want to make it as easy as possible, right?
Exactly. So with that, let's go on and get started, because I know that you guys tuning in would love to already know all 5 of the post ideas. Before we get started, as I mentioned, these are really helpful for any new business. So if you just started a business, everybody out there is saying, hey, you know, it's time to create your Instagram account. We're there to support you. Yes, go ahead, create your Instagram account, but also tune into all of the content that we share daily, and know that it's not only about having an Instagram account. It's about having this content matrix, content puzzle that is working together. So we've helped over, I think, more than 27 businesses already with their Instagram. This is why we can come to you and we can tell you, look, these 5 post ideas are going to be very beneficial for you. So let's start off with number 1. Number 1.
Exactly. Number 1 is, who is your product or service for? So this is the best introductory piece of content that you can create. Let's say that this is for the first time you just created your Instagram and you want to get the ball rolling, right? So the first post needs to be introducing yourself, your business, your service. So this is the time to talk about your business, but not in a way of selling your business, but more of an introductory elevator pitch, right? So something that you say, hi, this is us, this is what we do, and don't try to be too pushy about it, because later on down the line, you'll have more opportunities to actually go ahead and pitch your services.
Exactly. This post in specific is for you to call out the people. So the people need to have that feeling of, they're talking to me. That in specific is for me. That's exactly what you want to know, what you want to do. So for example, if I had a new business, let's say that I'm a new pizza store owner. And I'm using this example because my target customer is this guy right here. So I'm a new pizza and it's the whole oven brick, the brick oven, all that stuff, all the things he loves. So let's say I open up my pizza shop and I'm like, hey, local Orlando residents, we're opening up in 1 week and we're so excited to bring to you fresh ingredients imported from Italy. We're going to make your pizza in less than 5 minutes in our 900 plus degree oven. And you get live music with some good drinks, some good company, and you can bring all your friends and family with you.
Exactly. So that will be me.
What would your reaction be?
I'll be right there. But you know why? Because Laura created this piece of content just with you here, guys, and she's being super descriptive, okay? She's just going into detail, okay? She's telling more about the experience, what's going on around the service, around the product. So what's the deal here? She's thinking about the target audience, okay? She's thinking about me. I'm a pizza lover. If you don't know already, I love Napolitanian pizza. So if you tell me, listen, we have imported mozzarella cheese from Italy, we have an actual oven inside the restaurant. That's a real one. So I'll be right there, okay? Because she's being super descriptive about the piece of content. So you can be, try to bring it more creatively, try to bring the piece of content not only with photos, but maybe you can do a GIF, a video, etc. So try to be something different, okay? And maybe you do some research around the area, see what other pizza restaurants are doing, etc., okay?
What I want you guys to make sure that we all analyze from this example that I just shared is that I'm not talking about what me as the owner thinks is cool. So me as the owner, I can be like, we have the best storefront. We're paying thousands and thousands to be literally in the center of downtown Orlando. That's something that for me would be a super big plus. For him, he doesn't care about that. I'm talking about the in-depth details that my ideal customer likes. I know that he needs those imported from Italy ingredients, and that's exactly why I'm mentioning that to him. For me, that's like, I know every other pizza, like real Italian pizza place, has the same exact dough that I have. But he needs to know that. He needs to be reassured that this pizza store is with the most imported ingredients. So make sure you keep that in mind.
You can apply this to any businesses, okay? We're talking about services, product-based businesses. If you have e-com stores, educational products, go ahead and describe your product and services as good as you can. Make sure be super detailed, a lot of adjectives, etc. So this way your potential customer will feel part of the actual content. They will go ahead and give you a follow, okay? This is the best type of content to start your account, okay?
Exactly. Before we move on to number 2, go ahead and let us know how much you liked number 1. And I want you guys to keep in mind that being a business on Instagram is not about the numbers. It's not about the vanity metrics, which we always talk about. It's not about the number of followers, but about the real relationships that you are building. So you don't need to get all of Orlando to like your new pizza Instagram business account, but you do need to get your potential customer, Gabe, to be there saying, hey, when are you opening? What are your hours? Give me your address because I'm coming, okay? I also want you guys to keep in mind that if you are a new business account, do not use spammy behavior. Spammy behavior would be follow and follow, bots falling into people that say, hey, I can get you 1,000 subscribers. I mean, 1,000 followers like this. One time we were driving around and the car in front of us had a decal on his car and it said like,
I'll get you
followers, right?
Yeah.
Call me if you want followers. Do not fall for that. That is not how a business should use Instagram. Also, do not be afraid to ask us for advice. As we've already mentioned, we've helped a lot of businesses out in lots and lots of industries. So send us your questions. We're here to help you. And we've also created an Instagram roadmap for you, which literally is a map. So it's your GPS if you're a new business on what you need to know in terms of Instagram. So it explains exactly what you should concentrate on, what to not concentrate on. And at the end of that roadmap, which is completely free to download, you also get post ideas for your industry. So that's absolutely amazing. If you're tuning in on YouTube, you can scroll down and click the link to download.
Exactly. And something super interesting is we are part here of an exclusive audience, okay? We've been growing our personal brands since January. So everyone that's watching, everyone that's listening, everyone that's looking on YouTube, etc., we are part of a small family here, and we're trying to get as much knowledge as you can about digital marketing, etc. So this is something that you can use to your advantage. You have a competitive advantage because not everyone is using these different strategies that we're actually teaching, okay? This is something that we apply for our customers, our own agency customers, okay? So go ahead, take these ideas. If you either listening from a podcast, if you are watching from YouTube or looking from Instagram, use these ideas and put them into practice, because this is part of a small community. So the time to do them is right now. So feel yourself welcome to the family. You're super lucky to be here. So go ahead and apply what we're teaching, because these guys works every single time, okay?
And with that, let's go on to number 2.
Number 2, yes, so this is before and after with your product. This kind of content, the before and after, works amazingly well. We have some examples. We are working with an Alaskan company at the moment, and we're doing a ton of before and after content, and this works really, really well just because of the type of product that we're actually trying to market. So it's just, let me just introduce you. Laura, go ahead and just tell more about the before and after. It's just amazing.
So before and after is really, really concentrating on the result that your product, your service, your course, your coaching is bringing your ideal customer. So keep in mind that if you're selling something, there has to be a way that you're finding people and a way that you are leaving them. So for example, if I'm the new pizza, remember the new pizza owner, I'm finding my customers that are one, hungry and with a desire, a craving for pizza, and I'm leaving them happy, filled, satisfied, feeling good, you know, all of their senses are 100. If I'm a coach, if I'm a marketing coach, I'm finding businesses that are feeling stuck, businesses that are just saying like, look, I don't know how to continue on with my business. I'm not getting new customers. I don't know how to even promote my business, where to start. I'm finding businesses that are feeling like that, and throughout my coaching, I'm leaving them at a point where they have their business up and running. They're using content to attract new customers. They have their whole structure played out, and they are absolutely feeling like they are on a roll, going uphill on that roller coaster, because they have their things figured out. If you work with Gabe and if you're one of his e-com coachees, he's finding you at a moment where you're stuck in terms of your new online store. You don't know how to set up your e-com store. You don't know how to run your Facebook ads. You don't know what's the best way to find a supplier, what's the best way to reach your customers and to get people to shop from your store. At the end of the coaching session, he's leaving you with a store that's running, sales coming in, your process working simultaneously, your products being shipped out to the customer without any delays, with anything going on, okay? So think about how you're finding your ideal customers and how you're leaving them. This is exactly what's going into your post number 2, the before and the after of using your product or service, etc.
This is a big secret in marketing, guys, so make sure you take a note from this, okay? If you are able to actually showcase to your potential customer their before and after, you will win, okay? In your copywriting, in your any piece of content that you do, go ahead and tell them about the emotions and how they're going to feel after they take your product or service, okay? So this way they're thinking about the end result, okay? Your customer cares about them, okay? They care about, not about you, your business. They're thinking about how your business will benefit their experiences, okay? How their life is gonna get better, okay? I just recently did a video on my YouTube channel talking about this, okay? There is a book called Copywriting Secrets by Jim Edwards. This person is a huge inside the copywriting world. So he has the 10 whys a customer is going to buy from you, okay? In the chapter number 3 or so, you will find that there, and it's just amazing. It's just incredible, all of the different reasons why a customer will buy from you. So each one of them will be a reason why you are creating this piece of content. So just let your customer know about this. Just take them by the hand, take them through the journey from start to finish, and just let them know the emotion. What's the end result, okay?
Exactly. And with that, we're moving on to number 3. I love the comments that are coming in. If you have any questions as we go on, feel free to drop it down below and we'll answer it for you. So number 3 is the basic features, and for you to incentivize the people that are finding you to send this to somebody that this would benefit. So let me explain a bit further. Basic features of your product, your service. Obviously, when we create a business, we have a solution to something. That's what a business is, okay? You provide solutions to people's problems. Well, your solution has a bullet point list of what it comes with. So for example, the pizza, it has this ingredient, it's baked in this oven, it's in this restaurant with music. It's a whole list of bullet points. My coaching, whole list of bullet points. Video call, 60 minutes, you get follow-ups, you get this, you get that. Gabe's coaching, same thing. Bullet point this, you get a checkup on your store, an audit, a lot of things. Your product, your services have a bullet point list. So in your third post on Instagram, list out these features, these things that you decided to put in your product. And then at the end, incentivize your community to, hey, think about who in your circle would benefit from this and send this to somebody else. This is really, really powerful because when you ask people, you're sharing something, you're sharing good stuff, and then you tell somebody, you're like, hey, think about who you would love to share this pizza with and tell them to come with you on the day of our pizza opening. If I say, for example, this is a list of the businesses that I help and this is what's included in my coaching, think about what business owner you know is struggling and send this to them because I know it's going to help them through their day. So when we as humans feel that, oh, I need to send it to somebody and I know I'm going to help someone, we are super inclined to hit that send button on Instagram and we're sharing it. And keep in mind that you're, as a new business, you might be reaching a small amount of people. But every person has their inner circle. So I have my inner circle, Gabe has his inner circle, you guys all have your inner circle. And with that post, sending it out to everybody, it's like a boomerang effect, like a domino. So each time somebody sends it to somebody else and somebody sends it to somebody else, we're reaching a bigger bubble of people.
Sadly. So also regarding bullet points, try not to be super basic. Don't put them in simple words. In a sense, trying to be more descriptive on how they are actually feeling after actually experiencing this specific feature, okay? Let's say you are selling a cell phone or a pizza. Don't put like brick oven pizza, Napolitan cheese. Try to add some adjective to the equation. This cheese, tell the story about the cheese, when it's coming from, etc. So this way the person can relate and they are actually reading or they're actually experiencing each part of the specs of this specific product or service, okay? So make sure, don't be basic, go ahead and describe each feature as you're actually trying to explain it. This is your time to go ahead and have the attention of your customer and they're gonna read it. So make sure that you go ahead and just put the time into it. and be as descriptive as you can, okay?
If you're looking for an example, you're like, okay, being descriptive, how can I even do this? Tune in to any of Apple's events. They're really, really good at describing their new features. So they don't just say, your new selfie camera. No, they're like, the new camera with this and this pixels to capture every moment, to zoom it. It's just a bunch of little ways.
And they relate to actual experiences. So they connect the average photographer in a soccer game with the moms, etc. They connect the travel blogger and they put the picture of a travel blogger using the 3-camera setup. They're actually describing each feature with examples and actual emotions, okay? So make sure don't be plain, don't put the basic feature, go ahead and take the customer through a journey and explain it with descriptions and adjectives, okay?
Okay, and then with that, we can move on to, I think we're on number 4 already. Yep. We're rolling past these. If you are just listening, joining, whatever it is, number 1 was to talk about who your product service is for. So actually call out your ideal customer. Number 2 is the before and after of your product. So how are you finding your ideal customer? How are you going to leave them after your product? Number 3 was a list of the features and incentivize people to send your post to the people that they think this would benefit, okay? And number 4 is drum roll. Boom, 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 boom.
All right, guys, number 4 about the owners and why you started, okay? The story, we cannot emphasize enough. People don't buy from products or services, people buy from people, okay? So you need to let your personality out. You need to let them know about the business, your perspective, your stories, okay? This is what sells at the end, okay? If you are not a person that likes to be on camera, that likes to be out there, go ahead and find a co-founder, find an investor, someone that can help you out through this process, okay? There is always going to be an introvert and an extrovert, okay? That it will be beneficial, okay?
Really?
We need both parts of the equation.
Who's the introvert?
I'm an introvert. It was so difficult for me to get on camera. You are the extrovert, yeah. So in this case, it's something that you learn, okay? It's something that you get into the camera, you start showing your business, all of your faces, etc.
You're not an introvert.
I'm an introvert. I mean, it's super difficult for me to be on camera, but I mean, I make it happen, you know? It used to be, if you go back to my first videos on YouTube, etc., it was super difficult for me. But as you know, you get better as much as you can. You start doing it every single day. Everything gets easier for you. So then I can tell you my story, okay? I can go ahead now, go on camera and just tell you everything, how we got started, etc. So make sure that you go ahead and one of your posts is about the owners, why your business, why you created it, etc.
People will really connect with that. But keep in mind what we did first. So first we're talking about the ideal customer, then came your story, okay? This is like the final, this is for you because people are going to connect with your story. Now, on to last but not least, number 5. Number 5 is...
All right, number 5 is myth about your product. Okay, so as you know, each industry has different myths. People are always saying things. Let's say that you are inside the diet, you're a coach, etc. So there are myths about your product. There are myths about digital marketing, about everything that you're doing. There's always going to be haters or people just thinking different things. So you have to acknowledge all of the myths. You have to tell them everything that the good and the bad, the two sides, all of the results, etc. So go ahead and start introducing this myth into your content.
Love it. So Kat actually put down below, she put a comment and she said, so there is an order. The reason why we did these in a 1 through 5 order is because we're going through the mental process that people think of when buying. So the first thing when somebody lands on your new business, they don't even know who you are. Besides your inner circle, besides your friends and family, If they don't know you, like, why would they care about your story, right? First, they want to know what you can offer them. You want to call them out. Then you're telling them about what their change is going to be. Then later on, you're giving a list of the features. Then you're talking about yourself as an owner. And number 5 is kind of like that ultimate kick, saying, look, we're here to cancel out. We're here to cancel out all of these excuses that might be coming up in your head. Maybe no, pizza's gonna make you fat. Don't eat pizza. If it's for coaching, no, don't invest because it's better to learn it by yourself and spend the time instead of investing in somebody that's gonna help you. Maybe it's don't go to the gym because it's such a hard process. Don't lose the weight because you're going to just gain it back. So you might as well not even start. You might as well never go to the gym. It's you don't need more clothes, okay? So it's all these excuses that come up to our head as buyers. And this is what we're shutting down. We're literally, it's like us running and we're like moving the obstacles.
This is something.
The bouncy houses, remember the bouncy houses where you're running and then like that thing comes up at you and you just kind of have to push it away so that you can keep running.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this is. You're pushing all those excuses away to finally grasp your ideal customer and say, hey, this is for you. This is the change that you're going to get. This is what it includes. This is why you should buy from me. And these are the excuses that you might hear on the streets. These are maybe the ifs, the buts, but this is still for you.
Exactly. So if you think about it, in the book .com Secrets by Russell Branson, this is the book recommendation. Second book in one episode.
You should be writing it down.
Listen, this book is super interesting because he talks about the domino effect. I think it's that one or Secrets, in the Expert Secrets. In one of those, he's talking about the domino effect, the big myth and the big things that are on your way when your customer is in the buying process, okay? So he's like, okay, you need to acknowledge the dominoes and solve the issue with each one of them, okay? So the same thing, when we're telling you about the myth about your products and services, go ahead, find them, write it down, and create content around those so they're actually acknowledged and you can solve each one of them, okay?
Exactly. This is a really good point that you're making. It's not smart for us to, as business owners, to think, hey, what these people think. For example, let's say for coaches, a lot of the myths around is no, don't invest this amount of money. You can go out and you can learn it by yourself. It's really not smart of us to just pretend like that isn't out there, to pretend that our customers aren't thinking that, because we all know that people are thinking that. People are thinking of, should I really spend this amount of money on a coach, or should I learn it myself and spend this money on something else? For example, there's lots of hair products. Should I really use this hair product when they're saying that it's bad for you, when they're saying that this about it? So it's not smart for us as that product owner to just pretend like all this information isn't out there. It's a lot better for you to own it. Say, hey, this claim that they're making, it's not true about our product. This might be true, but this is how we're going to help you avoid it. So take those myths, those objections, those excuses, and use them as a buying point. Of course, making sure that your product is actually going to solve the problem. I think that's the biggest thing ever.
There are always two sides of the equation. You always have people that rather go ahead and learn the tools themselves. They're more hands-on, or there are always going to be people that like to be taught by a coach or something like that. So there is not wrong or right side. There are always two types of people in everything that you do. So go ahead, acknowledge both sides and explain your reasons, and everyone will understand. And this applies to any business, to any personal brand, or anything you're trying to do. Go ahead and find this myth, and you'll be able to actually go forward, and everything will be as clear as water.
Exactly.
So I think that is it. 5 different tips for Instagram. Let us know if you have any questions, any comments about this episode, just go ahead. If you're watching from Instagram, go ahead and comment on this post. If you're watching from YouTube, just put a comment down. We're always happy to interact. And if you're listening from the podcast, go ahead and let us know where you're listening to. Go ahead and find us on any social media platform. We always want to know who you are. We want to start interacting with you. So thank you so much for listening.
Yes, thank you very much. Like we mentioned at the beginning, there is a free Instagram roadmap if you are a business and you're more interested in exactly learning the whole map, the road, the GPS that you need for your business on Instagram. So that is a free resource that we have for you. Please, if you do not see the link, contact us through any of the methods and we will send it your way. Thank you guys for tuning in to our weekly TDC Live. We hope this was a lot of value for you, that you guys learned a lot, and we'll see you next week.
Take care.
TDC
Bye-bye.
Thursday. We need a jingle for TDC Thursday. See you guys next week. Bye, 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 bye.